I wonder if social class really has a significant effect on the inequality of English speakers around the world. Good day, everyone. I am Chloe Jennifer Lee P. Ramos together with my partner, Francesca April Iraven. And today we are here to discuss the paper that was assigned to us, written by Ron Darwin in 2017, entitled Social Class and the Inequality of English Speakers in a Globalized World.
The study focuses on social class as a factor that affects English as our lingua franca. This common language enables different nationalities be bound in one language and break the barrier in communication, creating a way for opportunities all over the world, such as migration. Next slide, please. However, in an increasingly globalized world, version of national language made identity intersect in the complex ways, particularly for immigrants youth navigating new linguistic landscape in countries just like Canada and America. Problems such as discrimination, inequality, and degrade against migrants on lower status with foreign accents started to evolve in different parts of the world. Differences in sense of agency, linguistic confidence, and investment in English also occur, where non-English ability to participate legitimately in English conversation has been negatively affected. This led this study to examine how social class shapes the experiences basing on firm disposition, perception, linguistic, and sense of agency. Next slide, please. Moving on to the theory incorporated with the study defended the theory of language variation driven for ideology and politeness. This theory plays the role of how the subject in the study continuously change their language and identity as a speaker depending on social context and personal perception of the society. As the study go on, next slide please. This introduced several possible reasons as to why English speaker grew in diversity and highlighted the concept of language investment, where the motivation of the speaker to learn the English language is driven by increase. First is identity, or the perception of how the society will look at him while using that language. Second is capital. Will he benefit when opportunities with that language being in use? And lastly, ideology, or the choice to learn based on the power the language holds within the society. Moving on to the methodology and results, Chloe.
The study of Darwin 2017 used a qualitative research design as the researcher conducted a semi-interview for 2 months inside the participants' homes for the data gathering process. It was conducted in Vancouver, Canada in 2013. The study revolves around two 16-year-old Filipino immigrants, Ayrton and John, who have been interviewed as subjects with contrasting socioeconomic status. Note that pseudonyms were used in the names used in the study. Additionally, to support the data, the researcher also collected or collated images of literary artifacts, which include screenshots of digital text, including social media, that are produced and consumed by the participants. Upon analysis, the researcher utilized purposive sampling technique as a tool to analyze the subject's data. These are the two participants which possess the following qualities. The findings of the study focuses on how different social occasions reflect diverse attitudes and diverse relationships towards the English language. The results of this study was analyzed through the following categories. First, identity, agency, and positionality. Ayrton was able to fit into his Canadian identity with ease. His agency is powerful and he believes in the idea of unlimited options are within reach because of his socioeconomic status. John, on the other hand, finds it difficult to fit in the Canadian identity, where he mentioned that he felt like a stranger in the country, and he finds himself thrust into unfamiliar territory. Second is language ownership. Ayrton shows ownership to the English language and views it as a part of his own identity. He also said that he has been influenced by his environment. And he claims that he is a multilingual person as he knows four different languages, which are English, Tagalog, Mandarin, and French. On the other hand, John sees English as a foreign language that he has to learn for communicating with other people. He mentioned that he still prefers speaking in Tagalog. Lastly, he considers himself a monolingual person because he said that he prefers not to claim ownership of the English language rather, but he will always learn the English language. Filipino migrants in the upper middle class, which migrated by choice of living, has more driven factors like Ayrton. In identity, Ayrton projects confidence in speaking English as their claimed own language. Because of this, he also trusts that he has wider capital with networking. Economics opportunities brought by the capability to multilingual. This results in the social levels personal admiration that mainly focuses on their assets. While Filipino migrants in the lower middle class represented by John, who migrated for job opportunities, do perceive the language with low confidence in speaking English. Their capital also revolves around use of English language in corporate, domestic, and socializing work. However, with this level of social class, ideology in English learning was treated as a language used only for making them less of an outcast and never for comfort use. For
The
conclusion,
social class do indeed affect the use of English as a lingua franca. Factors like social class has the ability to change the perception, linguistic capital, and agency, and overall to speak the language. As presented in results, John and Ayrton's attitude, ideology, and personality can be affected by this factor, and also the other English speaker all over the world. Because of this inevitable growing differences claims that has been proven by this study, critical pedagogy is proposed to gradually create a more inclusive environment where everyone can feel welcome and able to communicate effectively. Now, for the strengths of the article made by the analysis of the reporters. First, the researcher fulfilled the aim of addressing the gaps of the study by focusing on the social class impacts. In the introduction, the researchers stated that they lack the literature reviews to support that social class do affect the English speaking of migrants. So the credibility of narrow topic range enabled the study to contribute in resolving these issues and present another literature review for this topic. Next is case analysis. So despite the small sample size that narrows the confidence level of the study, providing a thorough case analysis, let the study examine branches in wide limits, both external such as social factors and internal factors which includes their attitude and perceptions in life. This also provide a clear flow for the reader to understand the study more. Lastly, inclusion of language, personality, and identity. The goal of the study is to discuss the effect of social class and language use. And by adding this factor in discussion, it enabled the study to widely explain that language do affect speakers in changing their moral norms and culture. And in this study, it stated that from being native Filipinos who possess this culture, Filipinos migrant stated somehow try to change their native Filipinos into someone they created by speaking in English. Moving on to the weaknesses of the article, Chloe.
so moving on to the three weaknesses of the article. First is sample size and diversity. The study only focused on two main male immigrants. Having a variety in the quantity of participants and their gender may be able to give more definite and reliable results. Next is that it is recommended to have a more discussion about English lingua franca and its discrimination and the branches caused by inequality. To showcase the negative effects of language racism, statements from subjects can be converted into references. And lastly, it is recommended to provide clear instruction for the said pedagogy, as it is suggested in the study that it can be a solution. However, the study itself failed to provide instructions and discussions regarding it. This is the reference of our study, and that concludes our discussion regarding the article of Ron Darwin entitled Social Class and the Inequality of English Speakers in a Globalized World. Again, this has been Chloe January P. Ramos together with Francesca April I. Ravenio. Thank you for listening.